Welcome back to our channel, friends. This is Sonia here, and when we say mixed media, I have been asked many a times that what all supplies do we need, what all textures we need. So honestly speaking, friends, when I do mixed media, I always try to first find out this stuff which is around my house, be it like any of the old beads, hair clips, accessories, some of the old toys or something else, like anything which is just lying around my house which is of no use, and I try to use them for my texture. So in this video I am going to show you that how I created a beautiful textured background. Now as you can see that I'm sticking these smaller pieces. This is nothing but the waste cardboard pieces. So I make a lot of scrapbook, and I'm always left with some of the other small pieces of cardboards which I use for the covers, and I always keep them, I always save them. Now I thought of using these to create a beautiful background for my mixed media work. So what I did is I just cut them into smaller pieces of different sizes, some are square, rectangle, of different sizes, and I'm now sticking these with my glue gun, and I just want to make sure that I cover up the complete area and I have nice layers on this. Now this is one of the ways in which you can create a beautiful texture. I have also done a video where I have used varieties of supplies which is there at our home, the things which we use in our daily use, and you can use that and create a beautiful background and texture. Now here I am using a glue gun to stick these. If you want, you can use your liquid adhesive, you can use matte mediums, you can use gel mediums, and all of them are going to work really well. I personally like using glue gun a little more because they add always a little more extra thickness, extra height to your project, and that is something which I really love when it comes to mixed media art. Now I'm going to cover up the complete, and whichever the area has come out, the pieces, I'm going to cut it off, and this looks fab. Now I just wanted to give it a little more break from the straight line, so just adding few rhinestones. These are the color stones which you get at any of the local stores, and I'm sticking this on random sides of it. Now on the center I'm going to have this wooden cutout. If you want, you can have a picture. If you want, you can even have a beautiful paper cutting, or you can have the flowers. The choice is completely yours. So I'm just trying to make sure that I leave the center area where I'm going to have my sentiment, and I'm sticking the stones on the sides. Now these comes with the self adhesive, so really don't need to add some extra adhesive here, and anyways we are going to play around with the colors a lot, so they are going to stick really well. If you want, you can use your liquid adhesive to stick them. Now for my final sentiment, I'm using my glue gun, and I'm just trying to make sure that I stick it really well. Now this is stuck really well, and now it's time to play around with my colors. I'm starting with prepping up my base, and for that I'm using a white color gesso. I'm going to have good 2-3 coats of gesso on this. Now ideally I shouldn't have used more than 2 layers of gesso on this, but as I have used a blue color stone which is so prominent, and I wanted to have a plain white base, so that's the reason I thought of having good 2-3 coats of gesso on this. And yes, it depends on brand to brand. If your brand has a very heavy gesso, then you just need 1 or 2 coats and you will be so good to go. Now if you are a beginner and you don't have all these paints and supplies, you can even start with the white color acrylic paint, and even that will also work. Of course the look and feel is going to be a bit different, but if you are a beginner, we completely understand that no one wants to spend too much money on all these supplies. Here I am using a flat brush to cover up my panel, and yes, I will be using good 2-3 layers of gesso, so I need to make sure that each layer has dried out well. Now whenever I do my mixed media projects, I make sure that I use my heat gun. It really speeds up the drying process. You save so much of time. Now there is a huge difference on heat gun and the blow dryer which we use for our hairs. I've already done a video of that, sharing that link up on the video, so do check that so that you can have a good knowledge of difference between a hair dryer and a heat gun. So here my gesso work has dried out well. It's looking absolutely beautiful. Now it's time to play around with the colors. I have decided to use 3 different shades, that is red, orange and yellow, and I'm going to create a nice background with this coloring. Now this project looks really simple, but it takes time, but it looks absolutely beautiful. And the best part of this project is that you need very minimal supplies, just a nice texture base and 2-3 shades of colors, and you are so good to go and create a beautiful artwork for your place. Now first I started with my red color from the bottom, and I've decided that I'll be using my red color, then the orange color and the yellow color. Now whenever you are doing the color blending work, you need to make sure that you first start with the one color, then the next color, and then you need to keep on blending all those colors so that you get a nice consistency and a nice shading work on your project.
Passé à 2 doigts de nos lèvres, 2 doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le bonheur a sculpté de son ciseau d'orfèvre, souvenir impossible à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à 2 doigts de nos lèvres, 2 doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le bonheur a sculpté de son ciseau d'orfèvre, souvenir impossible à effacer. À 2 doigts de nos lèvres, 2 doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le bonheur a sculpté de son ciseau d'orfèvre, souvenir impossible à effacer. Le bonheur est passé à 2 doigts de nos lèvres, 2 doigts si fins que j'ai presque pu le goûter. Le bonheur a sculpté de son ciseau d'orfèvre, souvenir impossible à effacer.
Here this looks really great and it has come out so well. I just realized that on some of the corners and necks I have missed out, so I'm just adding these colors on the necks and corners, and with this my project is done. So yes, this was such a fun project and such a quick project, and I really hope that you all enjoyed this tutorial. I'm listing down all the supplies down in the description box and sharing few more pictures at the end. Guys, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends and all your crafty buddies, and I'm sure they are going to love this too. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.